Welcome to the Levi and Ikaika show.
Aloha.
Hello and welcome to Levi and Ikaika episode 7, our episode for September 2019. We got Craft and Comedy 12 coming up on 21st, September 21st. Coming up, we got a local lineup to start us off. It's Chris Ferdinandson, Martin Marufo, and Camille Walters. Love those comics, all three of them, great comics. And then we'll have a little break, and closing us off will be some city folk. We got Teddy Hall, Mean Dave, and Chelsea Bierce coming up from the Bay Area. And it's going to be a great show. Come on out September 21st. It's going to be a fun episode. We did a lot of stuff. Ikaika came and visited. He was just here. And so we got to do some one-on-one stuff. So it was fun. Our last episode, I'm out in Honolulu. This one, he's here. Great time. We got a fun guest on, our friend Josh. So no one will know him, but he's fun and funny. And we talked. I usually tell a little story here just to add to the intro. I had a fun time. I picked up our opener for the next show, Chris Ferdinandson, and took him to a Sunday night show at Spanky's there in Kitati. Great time. You should see their showcases on Sunday, and they always have their comedy open mic on Mondays. Great place, Spanky's in Kitati. But I went to get Chris and picked him up and had a slice of pizza and a beer, and we're about halfway to the place. And homeboy just puked in my car. He puked in my car. Luckily, he's this cute little 23-year-old kid, and my car still smells. It's been that was like 5 days ago. Car still smells, but it doesn't smell like a man puked in it. You know, it smells like someone's baby puked in it. Maybe, you know, it's not as bad as it could be. So, when you pick up comedians to give them the rides to shows, make sure you bring like a puke bucket or some barf bags. You know. Right on. There's my fun story. It's not very good. So anyways, come to the show, Craft and Comedy 12 at Juncture Taproom and Lounge in Santa Rosa, September 21st. We got a great lineup. Chris Ferdinandson, Martin Marufo, Camille Walters, Teddy Hall, Mean Dave, and Chelsea Bierce. It's going to be a great show and a great time, and I hope to see you guys there. And enjoy this episode. On with the show. To the Levi and Ikaika show, episode 7. It's a great time. Very good. We're doing this one instead of from Hawaii. We're doing it from California, and we've got Ikaika here live. Hey, say hi to the people, Ikaika.
Hi there.
Right on. And I think we have a special guest today, don't we?
Yeah, Rosie Perez.
Rosie Perez is on our episode today?
Well, she's going to come a little bit later.
A little bit later. Do we have a previous guest before Rosie Perez? Our guest today is our very best friend, Josh. Say hi to the people, Josh.
How's it going, everybody?
Yay!
Hello from California.
Yes, well, most people that are listening to this will be listening.
Well, we've never had a guest before, have we?
We've never had a guest.
Yes, you're the very first.
Thanks for having me. I feel appropriate that I'm the first guest.
Do you? Are you excited?
You know, I'm not really understanding what I'm in for, but I'm ready to go.
Oh, this isn't going very well. I think we should start over. No, man, this is great.
So what
I'm
are you
here from California.
Yeah.
I think we should premise this because it's best to be honest with my mom and sister and your mom and sister.
Oh, that's a good point. So what are you here for?
Well,
you're visiting. You flew out from Oahu.
As of last time, you were in Hawaii, so
Yes.
I'm in California now because.
Yes, too cool.
Yeah, my sister had a baby and it's turning 1 year old this weekend.
Yay, babies!
It took you a whole year to come see your nephew?
That's a real question. It's real
Yeah.
talk.
It did.
Sorry, Marcy.
And he called it a nephew.
See, I didn't even know.
That's he
That's
says.
the problem.
Kids,
I think it's kind of
he says sister's
politically
kid.
incorrect to assume the gender.
It's also statistically incorrect.
To assume the gender.
Well, 51% of babies are female, so should have gone with your niece.
Yeah, but you trust your instincts, and that's what we love about Josh.
Wait, is that true?
I'm also
Dude.
sexist.
Well, I think we should explain how we know Josh,
Oh yeah, let's explain how we know Josh.
because this is all Genesis stuff, right?
This is the beginning.
Basically, Ikaika and I are best friends, and then Levi came around, and he became Ikaika's best friend.
Oh,
And,
that made me sad.
There's no such thing as best friends, man.
That's all right. We can all be best friends.
As we figured out earlier today with your girlfriend,
Uh-huh.
yeah, she said besties.
Besties. That was the way out.
How is that a word?
Besties was the way out for her.
Besties.
Seems lazy.
It does. It seems like you don't want to choose.
No, because she'll go, that's my bestie. But then she'll say, you know, my bestie. And she's talking about a different person now.
Huh.
What about like a BFF though?
Best friend for what? Ever? Isn't that 4 words?
Isn't that kind of like a lot of commitment?
BFFL.
And then what you hear in the background, everybody, is Josh's son, Theo.
His name's Teddy.
Teddy. Theodore, I think, is his real legitimate name.
Whatever
Theo.
gets him more chicks.
Theo.
I mean,
we also have Danielle with us today. Do you just want to say hi to everyone, Danielle?
Well, we're doing it in Josh's
So
living
sorry.
room today. I think we should just be completely honest with
Yep.
everybody.
Let's just be honest. Open book.
also I'm naked.
Hands
I
over
think
it or
we have to
something.
address the elephant in the room.
What is the elephant in the room?
Well, the last episode we were talking about how much Ben Askren was going to whoop Jorge Masvidal.
Let's talk about that.
George,
so Josh doesn't know about it. Josh didn't watch it or doesn't even know
Okay,
about
so I think
mean,
we should do a recap for people that don't want to
Let's
listen
recap
to any other episodes
it.
than
Let's
this one,
recap it.
just in case they feel like they get sucked into this.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a really excellent wrestler that joined the Ultimate Fighting Championship. He was 15-0 in other venues.
18.
19 even, maybe. And
He was 18-0.
and you know, it was assumed he was going to just do the same thing that he did to all these other guys.
Dominate.
But apparently he got knocked out,
Did not dominate.
and in excellent fashion as well.
Yeah. So our prediction was the fight was going to go a lot like all of his last fights.
Yeah.
So it was going to start with a takedown, and then he was going to go in a side position.
And he's going to Chinese water torture the guy with little, until it was over.
Yeah. But that's not what happened.
No, what happened
but he
was-
did set a record.
Fastest knockout in UFC history.
Fastest knockout.
Jorge
Yes.
Masvidal knees Ben Askren in the face.
And he goes rigor mortis.
Oh, I
Oh
saw
my
that.
God.
That was like the flying knee kick to the face.
Yes. Yes. Sorry, guys. Sorry, everyone at home.
This is what happens when you have children. Well, that's a good segue into the next bit.
Yeah.
Anyway,
So how many of you have kids out there?
we don't know.
Post in the comments about your children.
Do you love your kids?
Do you hate your kids? Are you indifferent about your kids?
Well, Josh is the district manager.
Whoa,
I'm the market operations manager
You don't say where.
for a major retail
There we
company.
go.
Yeah. So the thing about Josh that is very unique to most is that he's been with the same company since he was 16 years old.
Is that true? 16?
16, right?
16.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
That's where we met.
wow, and that's
I
where he
knew-
met
I
his
did know that.
spouse.
I
That's
did
where
know
his
that.
children were conceived.
Yep, in the office.
So he has a very unique perspective on most, everything. I would say.
You know what?
Well, technically, everyone's.
I mean,
very
he would
unique
walk in
perspective.
at the restaurant that I worked at and be like, "Look, you can see this, you can see that, you can see
That's
this."
true. You are very minded that way. Where
And I was like, "Wow, you're right," and I never even thought
He
about
sees
that.
how
Like he's like,
people
"Why
are.
can you see the wires on your TV?" And I was like, "Yeah, you're right. A little nip tuck."
But the problem is, he also
That
does
would be
that.
fixed.
He also does that with your home. That's just,
Yeah,
it's not
Yeah.
limited to just business.
He's like, "Why do you have these spoons?"
My job is to tell everybody at work what they're doing wrong. That's literally my job.
Yeah.
And Danielle enjoys the fact that I get to bring a little bit about home.
I don't. She's smiling, but I don't think she really thinks.
Well, you do keep an excellent house.
Well, not today.
What are you talking about? It looks like a hurricane hit this place.
Well, for having children, it's pretty neat.
Oh,
I'm looking
gosh.
around right now.
Theo just offered his mom his dirty diaper.
It doesn't
Would
smell
you like
like
my dirty
children.
diaper, mom?
He's generous.
That is a happy kid, I'll tell you that. What's your favorite part about having kids, Josh?
Conception.
Yeah.
Well,
Conceiving them.
that's actually a funny story. Let me tell you the story of when
This
Teddy
is why
was
This
conceived.
is why you bring guests in.
The our first child, Amelia, was born through natural conception, and everything worked out great. You know, it was a good night. It was actually on my birthday. She was conceived, and it was mainly because Kaika came into town, and I got so excited that we conceived a baby that night. And so it was all great, and things went well for a couple of years. We wanted to give Amelia a sibling, and we tried and tried, and it didn't work. And it turned out there was some plumbing issues down there. I won't go into detail. So we decided to do in vitro fertilization, and we went through all the steps. We checked my sperm, I'm good to go. Checked her egg, she was good to go. And then the day came for me to to check my sperm. I'll take it back a little bit. And I got to be honest, I was a little bit nervous to go into the office and beat it into a cup, knowing that the nurses were standing outside the room. What they told me what I could do is I could actually bring the sperm in on my own, but it had to be within a half an hour from arriving to the office. Problem is, the office is about 45 minutes from my house.
Oh, shoot.
So guess what I decided to do?
Stop at a 7-Eleven along the way.
Well,
Starbucks.
yeah, kind of along the line. So I went to the Starbucks.
Yeah, nailed it. Starbucks.
And I went to the Starbucks bathroom, and it was locked, and there was someone in there, and time was running out. What was right next door? For those who don't know,
hold on. What was right next door? TGIFs.
Similar but not. Jamba Juice, by the way, has the cleanest bathrooms, and as far as I'm concerned, they're very erotic because it only took me about 30 seconds to whack one off in a Jamba Juice bathroom.
Did you use your phone?
No, I walked into that Jamba Juice bathroom. I greeted the gentleman at the counter. Took me about 45 seconds in the bathroom, nutted in the cup, and walked out with a smile. Went to my car, didn't even buy anything.
Is that real?
That's exactly what happened.
Wow.
So if you ever visit the Jamba Juice in Marin, California, say hi to the gentleman.
Can't wait to edit this one out. Jesus Christ.
I told you it would have been included.
Yeah.
But, you know, I mean,
No,
that's
that-
just the stats. People don't like facts. That's the thing.
Yeah, but also facts are cool until a fact is a fact until you try to interpret it in some kind of way,
Yeah.
and then a fact comes along with all kinds of baggage.
You know, I think
Like,
it's
you
just
could look at
important to
40%.
love everybody.
Well, two people
You know?
could look at that.
Isn't that nice?
Yes, it is nice. But two different people could look at the fact that 40% of the transgender population eventually attempts to commit suicide, and two people could look at that, and one person could look at it like, oh my God, that's so tragic. I can't believe that's a thing. We need to help them.
Yeah.
And another person could go, yeah, you.
I would say that that's 60% of them that don't.
Isn't that nice?
I don't know. I like to think of myself as an optometrist, you know? I'm not really like a pessimist.
That's not what that means.
That's not how that works.
Josh, welcome back.
All right, Josh is back. guys.
Sorry.
He was checking a business email.
Was it a business email?
I was literally checking whether or not I get a $15,000 quarterly bonus or do I get nothing. Can I finish checking that?
That's
Or?
a heck of a swing.
I didn't get the chance to check it.
Well,
you know what?
Did you
Let's-
get it though?
We'll leave
no,
it.
check it.
Well,
I think we
let's
should find out in
suspense.
real
I wanna
time.
know. I want to know.
Let's see if Josh made $15,000.
For the quarter? So over the 3
Dude, we
months.
should do this every
We should check in on Josh's
a
bonus.
quarter.
We should check in on
Yeah,
Josh's
we'll find
bonus.
out. We'll
Every third
document the
episode.
moment that you find out whether or not you made $15,000.
Yeah, this will be good.
Okay.
All right.
Zero, all or nothing,
Wait,
everybody.
did
All
you
or
put it?
nothing right
You
now.
didn't put it all under Jaguars, did you?
Oh,
We got a very sad lean back from
Yeah,
Josh.
Josh is collapsed into the couch with a disappointed look
So
on his
either
face.
he didn't get it, or he did, in fact, put it
I did not get
on the
it.
Jaguars.
I did not get it by the slimmest of margins.
How much? How much?
$15,000 I do not get.
Oh man.
That sounds like a small, minute percentage. So
It was.
how much?
If I need to get 100%, I got 99.19.
Ooh, that hurts. Did you have plans? Have you already spent that 15 grand?
No, I planned on not getting it, honestly.
You knew.
Yeah,
But
well,
you were so
I knew.
close.
I was pessimistic about it.
No,
That's all right.
All right, Josh.
It's fine. Amelia and Teddy will have less food this year.
I have a good.
Look what you've done, corporate America.
I have a good idea on what might cheer you up.
What's
Ooh,
that?
what-
I think you should pick the next actor for our movie game.
Yay! Movie game! Movie game!
All right, I'm gonna go with Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey.
Great pick!
Somebody stop me.
Woo.
I have no idea what movie that is.
Really? We just talked about that. It's so
Kelly,
good.
I love you.
All right. Well, he's our guest, so I say Josh
yeah,
goes first.
go
Gets a little
ahead.
advantage.
Are sequels okay?
No,
Well,
sequels
you can
are
say
always
the
out.
sequel, but you can't say what it was. You know,
And
you only
we
get
can-
one per franchise.
We can make any exceptions. We can make
Perhaps.
exceptions.
Well, I mean, we
sequel.
just told them what the rule is.
Yeah, okay.
So Ace Ventura and then Ace
And that's
Ventura
all
Pet
the Ace
Detectives.
Ventura movies,
Okay.
Yeah.
But that's also Cable Guy because it's also very similar.
No,
No.
it's not.
I
No,
know,
it's
but now
not.
it's Levi's turn. Go.
Cable Guy.
What do you mean? I just went Cable Guy.
Oh, it's went second, so that's the order we're going in?
Well, I
Yeah.
don't know.
Okay,
If you
so
want,
we
we're
got
still
Ace
early in the
Ventura,
game.
Cable
Are we
Guy.
going clockwise?
You're supposed
or
to
no?
pass it to the
Yes.
left-hand side.
For those of you on the, for the people at home, clockwise would mean I would go next.
Yeah, but you just went, so our first two guesses.
So count.
Or-
Actually, because it's clockwise.
Yeah. We're
No, it's
going.
not.
Yeah, it is. If I'm looking at the clock from up here,
Yeah.
this is
Where
clockwise.
are you looking at it from?
Oh, you're looking at it from
Below.
I'm up here and you're
My
coming around.
cataracts are bad.
Doesn't matter.
Can I have the rest of
So
your
it's my
son's tortellini?
Yeah, eat the
Give me
kids'
one of
stories.
those.
Yeah, here.
We're still playing.
hands
the
up.
movie.
chopped
Oh, is it your turn or my
It's
turn?
my turn. You said, what'd you say again?
Cable Guy.
Cable Guy. I'm gonna go with liar, liar.
Josh.
Hold on a second. I'm gonna go with The Mask
Nice.
Good.
because you didn't say that.
No, that was great.
I'll go with Fun with Dick and Jane.
That's a great movie. I enjoyed that movie. How about Earth Girls Are Easy?
You're gonna go deep right away?
Right away.
Is he in Butterfly Effect?
No, that's Ashton Kutcher.
But we know what
Oh
you're
my
thinking
God.
of. But we know what you're thinking of.
I was just thinking
don't.
dark
Yes.
Jim Carrey,
Yep, that's right.
or like serious Jim Carrey.
Mm-hmm.
What's the movie? I'm not gonna say it out loud.
Well, it's your turn, so you should say it out loud.
Oh, okay.
Don't say it within.
Yeah,
Like, then it's- it'll
this is
still
your,
be
Yeah, this is your turn.
your
So
turn.
say the movie out loud.
Yeah. Well, so the what's the movie where like he's on the
He's
TV?
lying.
Truman Show.
Ah!
Do you know that the Truman Show is it's really a movie?
Yeah, it's a movie,
Yeah, it's on the show.
not a show.
I'll go with Anchorman 2.
What?
Yeah, remember
Yeah,
when they had
he's
that
in the
big
fight
Mexican
scene.
standoff?
He's in the big fight scene brawl. That's right.
We're going with cameos now.
Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
He's in that?
That's what I was thinking
Yeah, I
of.
know it was.
Oh, I saw that in 3D, I think.
I know it was. You gave
Is it
me
my
that
turn?
one. It is your turn.
Does shows count?
No,
No.
shows do not.
I just
count.
saw him in The Office last night. Isn't
What?
that funny?
He was in the office.
Yeah, it's when they're figuring out who the new boss was going to be after Michael Scott left, and he came in and he did a little snippet. I didn't
That's
didn't
awesome.
realize he did that.
That's awesome.
But what you know what I did? You know he did do.
What did he do?
What's the other one that came out right around Ace Ventura, right at the beginning?
Right around Ace Ventura.
Yeah, right at the beginning. It was Ace Ventura, and it was the movie where he's like wacky.
Which
And
movie is
he's
he
like-
wacky in?
And he's like funny, and do I lose the game if I can't pick
You're
one?
just out,
You're
and
just
then
out.
we'll
Yeah,
wrap it
there's
up.
only one winner, and then
There's only one
everyone
winner.
else is a loser.
Yeah,
Okay,
everyone else.
okay.
Well
So
done. Well said.
yeah, so it's not just the loser.
7th grade rules.
Yeah.
Do I lose anything if I miss this one?
Nah,
20,000.
you're out.
20,000
game.
points.
No, 15 grand.
All right.
Yen, not dollars. Don't worry.
Points.
I'm gonna be out.
You're out.
Yep.
All right.
Sorry.
Jim Carrey?
Sorry, guys.
I find him hard to. He's so prolific, but I also.
He's the same guy in every movie. Is the
I'll go with
problem?
Man in the Moon.
Yeah.
Oh God.
I'll go with. Oh no, I can't remember the right name. It's not Evan Almighty. Oh no! Oh no!
Oh, now I know what it is.
Why did you even
Bruce.
give it up?
Bruce Almighty.
There you go. Because he knew.
My name is not Bruce.
I
What movie?
don't know.
Cradle to the Grave.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
pretty
but what
weird.
movies is Jim Carrey in?
Jim Carrey is also in the movie known as.
Yeah.
Hold on, I got it.
Isn't there one where he fights aliens?
Wasn't he a firefighter?
Isn't there one where he's in space?
Wasn't he a marine biologist?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. He was also in like the number 23 or something like that.
Is that it?
Is
yeah,
that a movie?
it's the horror movie. Remember the number 23?
No.
He wasn't in that.
I don't remember him in that.
Look it up, Josh. You're
Don't
out.
look it up. You can't look it up.
I'm
No,
out.
Josh
oh,
is,
you're out.
Yeah, he's out.
He's
So
neutral. You're like
he's
Switzerland.
neutral. He's like, yeah.
Whoa.
You're Swiss. On your knife, you have a cell phone.
Oh, by the way.
Not yet. Not yet.
By
It's
the
my
way,
turn. It's still
the
my turn.
first movie that came up, I was like, what's the beginning movies? And I'm like, oh my god.
Oh no.
Don't look at my screen.
We already said Ace Ventura. That
No,
was
we
his
did
first
not.
movie.
Yes, we did.
Yeah, we did.
That was your first guess.
My favorite movie of all time, you haven't even said.
I think we said Dumb and Dumber.
I'm
You
not
did
done.
You did not say Dumb and Dumber.
We didn't?
No.
I'm not done.
No, we said Dumb and Dumber.
No,
we
we
did
did
not
not.
say Dumb
All
and
right.
Dumber.
Well,
So then you
this
gotta
is
give
the
that to
first.
him.
Yeah, this
It's
is the
mine.
first time that this has happened.
You got to give it to
And
him.
ancient Christian seaman rules
Yes.
indicate
missed Christian.
that if we
R.I.P..
mention a movie that hasn't been said, then it's still open game.
Yep. Wait, what did we say again?
So what?
What
do
did
you
we
pick?
say again?
So
He
Levi,
has to say Dumb and
Levi,
Dumber.
what
Dumb
do you
and-
pick for your movie?
Dumb and Dumber.
Oh, you're a jerk.
He has to.
I forgot. I actually, for 1 second, I forgot which movie you guys found.
I know. That's why I made such a big deal about it.
All right, what's up next?
That's why you made it take time.
I can see.
You
All
can
right.
see it slipping
And
away.
by the way, the
I
number.
got this.
Oh,
I got
the number
this.
23 was a movie.
Yes,
Yeah,
thank you.
yeah, he knew.
I know. I wouldn't say it. Wasn't he in the sequel too?
It doesn't count though.
All right, whatever.
Thank you.
Oh wow.
Josh is a quick
Yeah,
study.
Yeah.
What are you at?
Jim Carrey.
I can see like 4 movies right now.
Fun.
Pressure.
Oh no, I said that already.
You already said it.
Batman Forever.
I hate you.
Haha.
It's the only one I had. It's the only other one I had. Can I get a hint?
Early 80s.
Excellent.
So like around Earth Girls Are Easy Time.
Somebody stop me.
We already said The Mask.
I mean, damn, dude, this is a ton in here. I haven't
There's a
never heard
ton
of.
in here that you never heard of?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, that happens every time. Bro, I gotta concede.
Really?
Yeah.
I'll go with One Spittin'.
One Spittin'? I don't even
That's
know
an
about
old
that.
80s
What's the
movie.
early... Okay, now Josh will report the ones we missed. What are some
I
of
think
the
we shouldn't
iconic
do that.
movies?
All right, guys. So there's a bunch of movies that we missed here today.
I
There's
don't
a
think
few.
so. Hold on.
The first one that I would throw out there is going to be The
Good
Grinch,
Oh, the Grinch.
Ah.
only because it's the
Yes.
easiest one.
Yes.
You guys ever heard of a series of unfortunate events? Lemony Snicket's.
Lemony
Yeah.
Snicket's.
Did you know he was in the upcoming movie Sonic the Hedgehog?
I
He's
did.
he's Dr.
Robotnik.
We had a
Robotnik.
whole discussion about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what I think about that movie. They redid the whole thing.
Supposed to be
Kick-Ass 2.
Oh,
Kick-Ass
yeah.
2?
He's only in 2? Isn't he in both of them? He's in both of
I
them.
don't see. I just see Kick-Ass
Yeah, he's in
2.
both of them.
Horton Hears a Who.
Oh, maybe he's not in both of them.
Horton Hears a Who.
Horton Hears a Who. I didn't know.
The Incredible Burt Wonderstone.
Don't
Oh,
know.
yeah.
I don't know about that one.
I could list off another 20, but those are the ones
just
that
the
I.
iconic ones.
Copper Mountain.
No.
Finders Keepers.
Don't know any.
Under the Sea 3D.
I don't know.
And that's pretty much all the ones that I know
Well, I
about.
think we did pretty well.
So
then,
actually, we did pretty good. It seems like he should have a ton
Yeah.
more movies.
No, he sucks a lot more than I thought.
Yeah.
He sucks a lot more than you thought.
Well, here's the thing.
Make him like
I hope
Yeah,
that.
Jim Carrey's not cool or anything.
I mean, not anymore.
Wasn't he in The Shining?
The only thing cool about Jim Carrey is all the
Wouldn't
cool,
he be great in The
all the
Shining?
cool paintings he paints about the Republican Party.
Oh, you know what?
I didn't know about this.
Is it the Republican Party?
Well, just the
You're
people
thinking
he
of
hates.
George W. Bush.
Wait, he paints people he hates?
Yeah. So
No.
So
He's
Jim Carrey.
painting now, but he's confusing him with George W. Bush, who also
No.
paints ex-veteran.
Jim Carrey has a series of paintings that are
Unfortunate paintings of events.
Of political events?
are specifically usually directed
Unfortunate
at
right
Republicans
stereotype.
and conservatives being hateful and killing babies and taking money from the common folk
I didn't know any of it. Is
And,
this like a hot topic these days?
Does this
Absolutely.
guy have a selfie stick?
Yeah.
Is that what's going on?
I think so, yeah. It's a parking meter, but yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Wow.
It's a golden parking meter.
What kind of shows do kids
Dude,
watch?
I didn't
these
hear
days,
about
Josh?
that. That's crazy.
Yeah. Here's a picture of.
That's him?
Yeah, these are his video.
And
pictures.
that's the Speaker of the
Sanders.
House.
No,
Yeah.
this is
Or whatever her name is.
She's gone now. This is
She's gone?
Sarah Huckabee.
Huckabee Sanders.
Yeah.
What? Not Speaker of the House. What is she called? The press secretary.
She was the press secretary.
What? Who is it now then?
Well, they don't do press conferences anymore.
So that's
He
the
is
mayor
the-
of New York,
Yeah,
Giuliani.
So it's the first president,
We're looking at
president
these,
who
we're looking
was-
at these Jim Carrey paintings.
first president, and then in the last 50 years that doesn't hold press conferences because he's too afraid of what the press is going to say to him.
Just going. What's up, guys? We're just going for it.
Aloha.
Well done. Well done. So it's your last day?
Last day in California.
Oh,
that was a short trip.
I can do anything else, so we don't have to.
5 days. Not that long.
That's way too short.
But, you know,
It's half the time I came and visited you for, 5 days.
got a lot done. Got to do most of the things, you know. I even got to go to a concert. Went and saw J-Bug.
J-Bug and the Young Republicans. No, Young National. What's the band before them? Young. Tragically Young?
You know, I don't know.
Oh.
I had to go kind of late. I didn't think I'd even be able to go. I forgot what happened that night.
You know, that was good because you told us you weren't going to come.
Yeah.
And then you just kind of showed up. That was
Yeah.
pretty cool.
I think that's what I have to do for the most part. I'm not going to
Well,
be there.
especially when dealing with Josh.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Josh is our friend who always tries to make, and he's a good friend who always tries to encourage us to go out to festivals.
He's
and
the
concerts.
organizer.
And without him, we wouldn't go to a lot of these things.
Any
but-
of them.
Any of them, yeah.
Let's be honest.
Yeah.
We didn't go to any of them.
I just imagined what was going through his head, though. Like, hey, Ikaika's coming from Hawaii. Let's Google some Hawaiian things that he might want to do here. And after he went through all the fake luau's and the lay ceremonies, he's like, well, maybe he might want to see some Hawaiian music.
I don't think that he Googled Hawaiian activities. Although that's very funny. And maybe he did.
Maybe. Yeah, it's like having someone from Japan come and stay at your house. And then, like, you're like, hey,
Let's go to sushi.
I have all these
and-
anime videos.
Yeah,
you know?
Let's watch these.
You like this, right?
Yeah, Seven Samurai. That's your favorite movie, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm more of a Magnificent Seven kind of a guy.
Well, isn't Seven Samurai based on Magnificent? Or other way around? Isn't Magnificent Seven based on Seven Samurai?
Yes,
Yeah.
very true, very true. All right, so I think we need to address the elephant in the room first and
Yes,
foremost, just because, I
yes.
mean, we were so cocky about what was going to happen.
Embarrassingly so.
With the whole UFC Ben Askren versus Jorge Masvidal fight.
Ah.
So it's been about a month now since
About
they
a
did
month.
fight,
That
so
seems
people
right.
probably even forgot about it, you know.
Yes, it's already off of everyone's radar.
But we all thought that he was going to dominate
Dominate.
in not a wicked fashion, but
No.
just the same fashion he has done with his first 15 fights.
Which all look identical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And man, insert foot into mouth.
Here.
And if you don't know, Ben Askren got knocked out in 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
Fastest knockout in UFC history.
Yep.
Wow.
And they even tacked on a few seconds.
Yeah. So Levi told me about this awesome fighter. I get super hooked into him.
And if you don't know, just check our last episode. We go into it extensively.
I start bragging to all my acquaintances about this up-and-coming guy who's probably going to dominate the UFC for the next few years.
Yep.
So they tune in, and then bam.
Wow. Wow, right?
Blink and you miss it. Knee to the face.
Knee to the face, rigor mortis.
I mean, he looked like Buzz Lightyear when Andy was walking into the room. You know what I mean?
I forgot about that one.
Jeez.
His toes curled. The people have videos zooming in on his toes.
Well, his left foot was like off the ground even, like
Mm-hmm.
rigor mortis.
Rigor mortis, dude. You got
Man, that was scary. I was afraid for him.
Yeah, but dude, look at that head. you know.
He could handle it. And
yeah.
he's never been knocked out before, so...
Has he never been knocked out?
No.
That's what you get for being a wrestler. You don't get knocked out being a wrestler a lot.
Yeah.
Although, I mean, I imagine it does happen. Wrestling, people get slammed and knocked out, right? Like, have you been in a tournament? Just so you guys know, Kaika is a wrestler. He's a collegiate level. Were you at JC?
A junior collegiate level.
Junior collegiate level. Very good. But you were, yeah. And so, in all your time of wrestling, do you ever see someone get knocked out?
Never.
Yeah, no.
No one's ever gone unconscious. I saw a few legs snap.
What?
I saw an arm break.
You saw an arm break?
Oh, yeah.
Was it unwillingness to secede, or was
Yeah.
it...
See, people think that flexibility is a good thing.
Yeah.
But it's not.
Not when... No.
Yeah, because then you're just, I can take this. And then you're already, once you go past a certain point, there's no way you're going to muscle that piece back. So you're just buying time until it snaps, you know? So people that were flexible generally back in the day were the ones that would get kind of injured more.
Oh, wow.
Because they thought they could take that. But
right.
Once
I still have strength in this.
Yeah, but once you're at that
compromising
angle, you're there's no muscular integrity,
Yeah,
you know?
right,
you're
right.
just, that's how far your arm can bend back, you know? So it's
And
not
now,
like
now it can bend further.
yeah, it's not like Back to the Future where he gets some kind of superhuman strength.
Right. That was a real...
Hey, you leave her alone.
That's right. He
How
did
does
an
he
arm
say?
twist on
Yeah,
him, didn't
yeah.
he? Yeah. Who knew that Biff was, schooled in the ways of martial arts?
You know what's weird? I've never seen that actor who played Biff in any other movie.
Any other movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. He got a... You know what the best part about getting typecast is, though?
What?
You get cast. It's an Alec Baldwin joke. My bad.
Is it?
Yeah. It's an Alec Baldwin joke. My bad.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh. What, comedians in cars or something like that? No? It's
No,
funny.
Alec Baldwin has a thing coming out. It's called Alec Baldwin Makes a Scene. Play on words, if you don't get it. Makes a scene.
Oh,
He's
I
an
get
actor.
it.
He's an actor.
Makes a scene.
Makes a scene, and it's the Alec Baldwin Comedy Central roast.
Wait, it's a...
Yep.
Oh, they're
coming
going to
up.
roast Baldwin?
Yeah, yes.
Oh, I wish I was on that.
Yeah. I'm glad you're not. I don't know that you
I
could.
would say something like, some people might feel weird about being cast in, Alec Baldwin's shadow. Except for his movie, The Shadow.
Yeah. Good one.
That's about as
good.
much as I got. I don't know.
That's not roasting.
Well,
Like,
in 20 seconds, that's all I had here.
I think
you know?
he would be like he would be golf
Be like,
clapping.
okay, that's a start. Who's got something else?
Some say Alec Baldwin hates the paparazzi. End of joke.
Alec Baldwin is a true testament that you don't have to be good looking to be cast in Hollywood.
To be a leading man.
Yeah.
Although he wasn't often a leading man. I think he only had 2 movies where he was a leading man.
Yeah. Well,
Can you name them?
The Shadow.
That's right. That's one. What's the other one? Think Clom Fancy.
All I see is a farmer's market for some reason.
Here. Think Com Clancy.
Oh, okay. Jordan Schlansky? Tom Clancy.
There we go.
So, A Few Good Men. No, he's not in that.
Mm-mm.
That was Jack Nicholson.
It's funny. It feels like he should be in A Few Good Men.
Or
Yeah.
The Siege or something,
Yeah, I don't know about the.
I know he was in that movie Aloha.
So what's Tom Clancy's?
He was.
Yeah. No, you're just.
And he played
You're
someone
just
in the
10
military.
steps ahead of me. That's what's funny to me. You're just 10 steps ahead of me.
And he also played a guy in the military.
Who's Tom Clancy's most iconic character?
Jack Ryan.
There we go.
If there were crickets, they'd be playing in my mind.
I know. I agree. What? What?
Tom Clancy. I mean, I see. Didn't I say A Few Good Men?
We didn't say A Few Good Men.
Oh yeah.
And
Well, let's see.
that's
There's
not Tom.
Patriot
I didn't
Games.
think Tom Clancy was A Few Good Men, or A Few Good Men was Tom Clancy.
Oh, you know, once you get to a certain point with books,
Isn't that Aaron Sorkin?
I don't think so.
I thought it was. I thought. Who cares? Whoops. But,
Alec Baldwin.
Alec Baldwin.
There it is.
Alec Baldwin. Jack Ryan.
Uh-huh.
What movie?
Well, there's In the Line of Fire,
I didn't know about that one.
Patriot Games,
Yeah, but that's Harrison Ford.
A Dangerous,
Yeah, it's
something in the Line of Danger.
after Harrison Ford. Clear and Present.
Clear and Present Danger. Standing in the Shadows of Danger. Aren't
Of
movie
dangerous,
titles
of
all
dangerous Motown.
You know, the older I get, the more I realize that all these movies are just the same words mixed into a different order. The movie where that happened for me was Tom Cruise's Edge of Tomorrow.
Uh-huh.
It's like, what?
I loved Edge of Tomorrow.
It was a great movie, but like I couldn't remember what that movie was called for the longest time, just because it doesn't seem like that title fits that premise, you know.
Hunt for Red October.
The Hunt for Red October.
Yeah. Would you call Alec Baldwin the leading man in that, or because he's the good guy?
Well, just because I
technically?
did it in Sean Connery's voice, I would say
That's
no.
why I had to ask, because you did it in Sean Connery's voice. By the way, this is gold.
I didn't even.
Everything we're doing is gold.
I didn't even know that he was in that movie. Is he in that movie? Maybe. You know what?
He's Jack Ryan.
I haven't seen it.
He's Jack Ryan.
I have not seen that movie.
Oh, that's a great movie. Ooh,
Oh, for goodness sake.
Gee whiz, I can't believe we can't remember.
Well, I remember that when those two movies came out, I opted to go see Crimson Tide instead of The Hunt for the Red October.
Denzel. Who plays opposite Liam?
Hackman.
Is it Hackman?
Hackman.
Oh, wow, that's awesome. Hackman, one of my favorite guys. What happened to Gene Hackman? You know what I mean?
I mean, I think he's just an older actor, and he kind of like retired.
No, so some people say he retired. He went, I don't want any of the spotlight, and I'm out. And then he just disappeared from the public eye. Pretty cool. And he's still Gene Hackman, though. You know? I mad respect that.
Anyway, it's one of the more unique things that I just did on this trip to California is go to Safari West.
Which I have not been to Safari West. Fill me in. What can I expect if I'm going to take a trip to Safari West?
Well, it's
You went on a Monday.
Yeah, it's out on the northern part of Santa Rosa. It's called this area called Mark West, and apparently, I'm not even sure who does it. Okay, so what some people may or may not know is that maybe 2 or 3 years ago there was a great fire here in Santa Rosa.
That's right, the Great Fires of 17.
Great
2
Fires
years
of
ago.
17, which I coined.
You did coin. I don't know that you coined it. As far as for us, though, you definitely coined
I definitely did, yeah.
That's
And-
what I tell everyone.
And
the
that's
Great Fires of 17.
that's what actually born Levi's comedy career. So it kind of has a special place,
right.
you know.
That's
Out
right.
of the ashes came comedy Levi.
Out of the ashes came a subpar comic.
Yeah, just like that
making
bird,
horrible
you know?
mistakes with his career choices. Although I was on a show last night and I killed it.
Now, for whatever reason, there's a safari adventure that you can choose to be a part of
Okay.
here in the humble town of Santa Rosa.
Doesn't make sense.
It really doesn't, because we don't even have a zoo,
We do not even have a zoo.
right?
We do not have a zoo.
I mean, as far as I know.
Well, I would argue that if your town had a zoo,
Yeah.
then maybe you don't want to open a safari place because the market's already
Yeah,
saturated.
so, I mean, just to kind of give you guys an idea of what we're working with here, I don't know if this is just kind of like it must be like some kind of reclusive millionaire or something that owns this safari.
Katie, I wish Katie was here. She would know. She knows a bunch of details about the management there.
Because what he told me was
Ownership and
that
management.
this safari area is 160 acres. And the San Diego Zoo, I think, is like about 100 acres.
Okay.
So we're looking at something that's bigger than the San Diego Zoo.
A half again bigger than the San Diego Zoo.
I mean, it doesn't really have all those animals. Like most of what we saw were like antelope.
Yeah. So, like, let's say we're going to Safari West. What does it look like?
Well,
You pull up to what, like a...
it looks well. There's also
Like-
a hotel that you can stay at, which I would highly recommend because the deals were fabulous.
Really? That's huge.
Yeah.
I like a deal.
And for
You
those,
love a deal. Just so you guys know, Ikaika is heavily influenced by a
Yeah.
deal.
Well, you can't see it, but I'm Asian, so it's just locked into our DNA.
They know that you're Asian. They've seen pictures. There's
Oh,
pictures
you're
on
right.
There's pictures on the thing.
Oh man.
Everyone knows you're Asian. This whole time you thought
Well,
they
you
thought
can-
you were white.
You can't Photoshop that.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna Photoshop his skin lighter. I'm gonna put big old round eye, like stupid eyes on you. Like
Stupid eyes, like Josh did to replace the red eye on you guys' photo.
What's up with that?
You know, that was a weird thing. So we
Yeah.
went to J Boog, the concert.
great
and,
time. Great time.
Josh
At
took a
Somo
picture.
Village, Sally Tomato, Somo
Yeah,
Village.
Josh took a
Great time.
picture, and you guys both had that weird red eye night vision fox thing going on, but
Yeah.
my eyes were fine.
Yes.
How does that work?
Well, our eyes were opened wider.
Is that what happens?
More light can
Is-
reflect.
Is that what was going on?
I have
there?
no clue. I don't know what red eye. I don't know the cause
What
of red eye.
causes that red eye picture thing?
I don't know. That's a really great question.
Huh. If you know,
It would be nice if we could fix that in pre-production.
Yeah. So if one of the 8 or 10 people, or even 12 now, I think, that are listening to this, if you guys happen to be optometricians, by all means, in the comment section.
Optometrician, is that what it is?
Well, I don't know.
Optometrist?
Yeah, optometrist.
So if you guys are optometrists, isn't that how you
Well, I
say
think
that?
if you know anything about the eye, or if you just know the answer, like it's some kind of weird trivia thing.
Well,
that you heard.
I'm just obstetrician is the word that
If you have
I've
an
zeroed in
interesting
on.
inkling at what you think it might be, please acknowledge our presence and put something into the comment section. And by all means, subscribe. I guess that does something for you. Because everybody asks you, comment and subscribe. No, like.
No, like.
Please
yeah.
like and subscribe.
Please like and subscribe.
It's almost
And
like
then,
that's your
yeah,
currency
no,
these
people
days.
don't ask for comments. People don't want comments
I
these
know,
days. But I really would like to maybe try to get
Anyway,
Russian
stay at the
River.
hotel.
Let's
It
trash
is a
Ru-
deal.
Yeah. Oh wait, we got sidetracked. All right, 3, 2, 1.
Well, you walk in,
God damn it! Gosh darn it!
and the first thing that you do is you walk around. You kind of look at what they got going, and they have an aviary,
Mm-hmm.
like this place for birds.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's the first thing you do. Is you go into the aviary.
Uh-huh.
So they got a bunch of birds in there, and it's cool. And then they also have a cheetah.
Mm-hmm.
And
They have a cheetah?
They have
Was
a
he
cheetah.
out doing
One
stuff?
cheetah. It was a her.
Her.
Wow.
My bad. I would don't assume. The royal.
Just assume it's
the
a
royal
he.
he.
Yeah. It was a doctor too, by the way. But I bet you didn't think of that.
No, I did not. Doctor. Okay, so this Doctor Jaguar.
Um,
Cheetah. No, wait. What was it?
Cheetah.
Cheetah.
Yeah, and they also had a hyena right next to it, but they were both in cages. Most of the other animals, for future notice, are not in cages.
No.
But the birds have to be, otherwise how would you control them?
Yep.
And after taking this safari, I kind of see why they did that. Maybe we can get back to that later, but
Yeah.
no, let's do it right now. I
Okay,
think that
please.
they were like, you know what, we know that we have to kill some time.
Yeah.
So let's make an aviary where they can just walk around amongst themselves, kinda
Perfect,
like zombies
perfect.
for a little while,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And but then we'll also put a cheetah right next to it. It's exciting.
Yeah. Oh hell yeah.
Yeah.
Your mundane kind of birds.
Yeah.
Giant cat that could kill you.
You want to start strong and end strong, right?
What was the strong start?
The cheetah.
Oh, what was the end?
Well, we'll see.
Okay.
Giraffes. So let's see. You go in, you see the cheetah, you see the birds.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm ruining the safari for everybody.
Right.
Anyway,
I mean, they're
to
not
be
going to be
honest,
surprised by
what was
anything.
great-
What was the most surprising thing?
What was great about this safari was just how much our guide knew. He was an anthropologist.
That's pretty cool.
He knew everything. He could field every question.
No, that's huge because then you get to like even if you don't want to be there, maybe this isn't really enjoyable for you. Although it sounds like you had a great time. You would like to maybe, hey, I'm taking a loss with this event, but I'm learning something.
Yeah.
There was a thing I didn't know before.
Yeah, we had an interesting group too. We had like 6. We had a Chinese family.
Mhm.
And they sat in the back of the Jeep. and then it was my family.
How Chinese?
The younger people could speak English, and the English amongst the grandma and grandfather were kind of limited.
Very Chinese.
But they would speak broken
Very
English.
Chinese.
You know, yeah.
Exactly middle Chinese.
When we
guy.
saw the rhinoceros, the comment from the grandfather was, "That rhinoceros horn is probably worth 120,000 American dollars." So that's about how Chinese.
One
work.
fun fact is that Kaika's whole family is Japanese. I think we just said Asian before. So
You know,
his whole family is Japanese, and
Both of those
and
statements are true.
famously the Japanese and the Chinese
Don't
don't
like each other,
Don't
yeah.
like each other.
it's like
Thank you.
Australians and New Zealanders. Everybody's like, "Aren't you guys just like pretty much the same thing?" And they're like, "No, mate. Goddamn Australians sound way different." So
You
yeah,
got me on that. That was
it
good.
kind of depends on like who you are, and,
Yeah.
you know, what you've seen.
What other really similar groups? Because you guys are really similar. What other really similar groups dislike each other? Presbyterians. and-
Shiites.
Yeah, there we go. That's what I was going for. All right, very
and
good.
the Sunni, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, you put them
I-
in a mall in America. And
You
people-
can't tell them apart. Yet they have a
Yeah.
feud to the death
Yeah.
established.
Apparently, there's a big difference. I just made Levi spit out his beer, everybody.
It's called a victory. Definitely scored a point. Well, I was going to choke on it. I chose to spit it out because I was going to choke on it.
Anyway, back to the safari.
Woo!
But it was great. We saw giraffes.
Yep.
We saw wildebeest. We
Yep.
saw.
You learned something? Oh!
I learned a lot of
Little
things.
fact. Fun fact.
Well,
wildebeest. Oh, no, it wasn't wildebeest. It was
buffalo.
buffalo.
Yeah. So buffalo and
Fun fact.
bison are actually quite different.
Mhm.
Buffaloes were never in America until they, imported them or whatever
From
from
Asia.
Asia or Africa. And what we know in America are known as bison, which is the big long weird face and the hair, the hump on the back.
Yep.
Yeah.
Do the buffalo not have a humpback?
I guess not.
Nah, whatever. We don't.
I
need
mean,
to
we
be.
could go further into it.
Yeah,
I mean,
we,
when you
we,
have
we
this guy,
and be more and more
he
ill
could have told us
informed
anything,
as
and
we
we would
dive
have been,
into it.
It was kind of hard not to just like riff on all the things, because there's so much opportunity for jokes and
For sure.
new settings. Where,
For sure.
you're
Were there
with
monkeys?
strangers.
Were there monkeys? Speaking of jokes.
There were monkeys, actually. They were more towards the beginning. They had like some caves. I learned a lot about, no, not about monkeys, I guess.
They had some monkey caves.
I learned that all monkeys, they do that whole thing where they like take bugs out of each other's fur.
Yep.
But that's also very social for them.
Yes.
Like you would never take out bugs from a monkey that was lower than you.
No.
Only higher than you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Punching
and
up.
That's something that the kids learn too.
Well, I mean, it's part of the society.
Yeah. Oh, there's two kinds of monkeys that don't have thumbs.
This is awesome.
I know, right?
Hold on.
I don't know what they are, so even if you're right, I don't
okay.
know. I mean, he said it earlier, but that was at the beginning.
So you forgot it by the
I
end.
mean, but that's his bag, man. He's an anthropologist.
I love that. I respect that.
He sounded like a physical anthropologist.
Uh-huh. Well, I think I might have the answer for...
Oh, he had a trivia question, and I bet you would know.
I love it.
He was like, "Does anybody know how many countries are in Africa?"
43.
Oh.
44.
No.
Way off?
What I said was 53.
Is it 53?
And it's
Is it close to-
54.
It's 54. See, I'm just mixing up my things.
Yeah. But I forgot that Sudan broke up in two since we've been playing that Sporkle game.
Oh, yeah.
So it's North and South, or it's just
That's right.
Sudan and South Sudan, I guess.
Sudan, South Sudan. That is exactly right. Something else split up, too.
Did it? Or maybe
Yeah.
he's wrong and it's 55.
Well, that...
I'm going to write a letter on Yelp.
Also... Also, that is a trivia game. It can only stay so updated.
Yeah. Well, they update it often.
Should we refill?
Sporkle.
Sporkle.
Second best trivia on the internet.
For my money, it's the best. For my money, it's the best trivia spot on the internet.
Well, number one is that one.
That you can't remember. You never remember the name of it.
Well, I had it. I wrote it down, but it's
What
back
was
in
it?
Hawaii.
What does it start with?
Oh, an H?
I thought it started with a T.
Well, it's probably just
Trivia.com.
H. But
Well, I can tell you one monkey that doesn't have an opposable thumb. The spider monkey.
yes, that's what it was. That's what was one of them. We didn't see any bears.
No bears?
But I guess if you think safari, you don't really
Well,
think bears.
yeah,
right?
but if you think zoo in
You think
California,
bears, yeah.
you think bear.
Yeah.
That would be like what if you go to India? They're not going to stock a bunch of tigers because who cares? You just had one of those in your backyard the other night.
Yeah, I guess so.
You know, so you're putting in, what are you putting in India? You're putting in like a deer, a coyote.
Well, here's something else
Coyote.
that I learned.
Yeah.
Do you know what the difference is between? Oh man, see now I look stupid.
You do.
Because I can't even remember what he said.
Yeah.
Big cats have cubs,
Okay.
and cats or little cats maybe. I'm not sure about this term that I'm about.
Kittens.
Have kittens.
Okay.
So do you know what the 5 big cats are? There's only 5.
Yeah.
I already forgot what.
Now I want to
2 of them
know:
are.
do sequels count? Because there's lion and there's mountain lion.
Yes,
That counts. Mountain lion is one.
they're different. Mountain lion is not one.
Not
and you know what?
considered a big cat.
When we asked him
Yeah.
if mountain lion,
Yeah.
it's got to be cubs, right? I've never heard of mountain lion kitten. Yeah, right.
Yeah. Yes. Mountain lion cubs.
He said that they scream.
Yeah. It's brutal. You've never heard the mountain lion scream?
No, are you serious?
It's terrifying. I have heard it.
What is it? You're gonna look it up?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You know, I think maybe you told me this before, and I.
There's a
just
few
forgot
animals
about
that scream like really unnervingly. Coyotes also do like a really weird. It sounds like a kid screaming for like help.
it. The first time I heard I guess a cat wailing, I thought it was a baby. Yeah, that whole
that
business.
wail?
Like I
Yeah.
thought, like what is that? It sounds like something's dying, you know.
I think I did a pretty good impression. right
Yeah,
there,
that was
by the
pretty
way.
good, man.
Yeah.
Caterwauling. Is that what
Well,
that's
we
called?
have our cats, and I'm always doing it back to them. And it sounds almost human. Like there's an element of human.
But when it came to the end of the day, man, that Safari West place, I would definitely recommend, especially if you have like kids that are maybe about, if they're 5 to 10 years old, they would enjoy it a lot. They had these Jeeps where you could sit up top,
That's cool.
like a double-decker
Like
Jeep.
on a safari. Like on what you would picture as a classic safari.
See, that didn't seem safe to me. I wanted to sit in an enclosed space. Because even if a giraffe came up to me,
Yeah.
I don't enjoy that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Like, no, I don't want the thing to be like right in my face, eating food out of my hand. Like, I don't enjoy that.
No.
But that's just a preference. I don't like
Sure.
watching fireworks. I don't like watching the sunset.
You don't like fireworks?
Not necessarily.
What
no.
about like personal fireworks?
Well, if they'd start doing something new with fireworks,
Yeah.
like the first time I saw those fireworks where
Yeah.
something different happened. I don't know. I can't even remember anymore because I just don't care for that kind of stuff. That's a mountain lion?
Yes.
Okay, that's brutal. Turn that off. Oh my goodness, man.
That's a real life mountain
That
lion.
sounds like a lady imitating a mountain lion.
It sounds no, it doesn't. I think a lady imitating mountain lion would sound like "rawr" or something, right? That sounds like a lady being axe murdered.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Good God.
yeah.
Like, that is definitely not like a lady having a child scream, That's like a lady I am terrified scream.
Yes,
Which I never realized
that's a
was
lady
different.
physical harm right now scream.
Like, someone help me.
Yes, no other options. Default to
Wow.
primal nature.
That is crazy, because I
Mm-hmm.
never would have, made the distinction between the different kinds of screams, but
But
hearing
that's unnerving, right?
hearing that made me think
I don't know if
about
I'm
it.
using the right word though.
Unnerving?
Yeah.
My nerves are moved.
Now,
Maybe, yeah. Sounds good.
now, a coyote also screams. Hope this guy doesn't talk.
Listen. See if you hear.
Asshole.
Coyote.
Okay. This guy's
Have you
really-
seen this before?
No,
Obviously not.
obviously
Yeah.
not, or I would have edited that better. But coyotes also do it. That was a, but they're less. So I've heard the mountain lion off in the distance, and I've been like, holy moly!
So it turns out that our guide, he said his favorite video game was Red Dead Redemption 2.
Mm-hmm.
But after asking him 2 questions, I could tell that wasn't his favorite. Well, he didn't play it that much, at least. I think he was just trying to butter me up, you know?
No, I bet he was telling the truth.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a popular game.
Well,
I don't think you understand how
we saw a
popular
bird,
Red Dead
and
Redemption
he called
2
it
is right now.
Roseate Spoonbill, and I was like, yeah, you could find that in the waters of Lakay, which is a fictional place in RDR2, and he didn't pick it up on that at all. And then, what is that?
That is a bunch of kids.
That sounds like
riding,
a buffalo charging towards us.
Yeah, it's a bunch of kids riding skateboards or some sort of human-powered vehicles through the park next to where we're recording.
The human park.
Human park.
But man, isn't that insane that we have a safari here in our town of Santa Rosa?
Love it.
Have you ever been there?
I've never been there. It is on my list.
Yeah, I would say check it out. Oh,
I've got a good friend comic who works there.
By God, I totally forgot. The whole reason why we went there was because of the story of when the Great Fires of 17 happened.
Mm-hmm.
The owner,
like, packed them up.
Yeah, he stayed.
He evacuated the whole place.
He made sure that
something?
every single animal on this
gigantic
property was rounded up and taken to safety, which is
That's amazing. I think it's that time of the podcast where we're going to do a movie game. Movie game. Dun, dun. And we've had a hard time picking who the movie game is going to be about, so.
Well, I think the logical step would be Alec Baldwin.
Alec Baldwin.
Even though, admittedly, the both of us are kind of concerned about the prolificity.
Thank you. That's the word I was looking for. Prolificity of how many movies he's made. You know,
I don't think there's a word for that, man.
Prolificness?
Well, you know, nothing to do except jump in. Hold on, I'm going to field this call
Yeah, no problem.
on the air.
On the
it's
air.
Josh, don't worry.
Right.
Hey, Josh.
Josh.
Where?
It's our buddy Josh.
Why are you at Juncture? Well, me and Levi are at his house.
This is where we do the
finishing up a
comedy show, you
podcast
guys.
real quick.
See how hot of a spot it is in the neighborhood?
Do you want to just wait there for us, and then we'll be there right now? Okay, perfect.
All right. We're on our way to Juncture.
We're on our way.
And I'll tell you
Bye.
guys, Juncture is the place to be.
I know, man. Thank God for Juncture.
Yeah, I know. It's one of the best places ever. I wish they'd sponsor this podcast. What do you think a sponsor would give us to do a podcast?
Well, you know,
A couple $100?
at the end of the day, isn't it really just good publicity?
You just want their name. Like, we just put your name on this.
Sure.
Juncture's name's already all
Yeah.
over this. Poor guys.
I know, right?
Yeah. And but I mean, like, let's say we did get a sponsor. Let's say Sporkle sponsored us. What would they give us? Like $500?
I don't know.
What would we?
Free swag?
What would we do? I don't think Sporkle has swag. Maybe they do though. I don't know.
Yeah.
What would we do with if we had a budget for the show? Because so far the show costs $0.
Give us a big bag with a $sign on it.
Yeah. And then who do we give that
And
bag
it's
to
full of,
for
like,
and for what?
Coins.
That's fine. That would have to be if it was a bag.
All right, Alec Baldwin.
All right, movie game. Alec Baldwin.
All right, who's going first? Because we've already said a couple.
Guest. Yeah, but you get to reuse this. We're
All right.
starting now.
Then I guess
You
I
get to
gotta
go
go
first.
with Aloha.
That's a movie? That really is a movie?
I'm kind of insulted that you played along like that and you don't even know if that's a movie.
No, I don't. And I did. I did.
Yeah, so Aloha is a movie. It's directed by Cameron Crowe.
Uh-huh.
It stars Bradley Cooper.
All right.
Jim saves the whales. What's his
Yeah,
name?
yeah.
Jim from The Office.
Yeah, Jim from The Office. I don't know, Swarovski
Emma
or something?
Stone. That's the thing, was she was supposed to play like a Hawaiian native, half Chinese chick, and it's
Uh-oh.
Emma Stone.
Oh, that's racist.
Irish as can be.
Or reverse racist, I'm not sure.
Well, there's a lot of that going on nowadays, you know.
So it's my turn. Aloha was your go?
Yeah.
Okay. Some fun pictures to put up there, though. I'll go with As Good as It Gets.
As Good as It Gets?
Was he in that?
That's Jack Nicholson.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not sure if he's in it or not, though. He could be like a side.
Yeah,
character.
side guy. Yeah. Well, I'll go ahead and go for The Hunt for October, then the other one we talked
Oh,
about.
no kidding. The Shadow.
Oh, The Shadow, yeah.
I forgot about the 100. Are you sure he's in that?
Yeah. Definitely, 100%.
Who does he play?
Jack Ryan.
Oh, he does? Here, I am prepared with my argument. All right. Is it my turn?
No, it's, yes, it is your turn.
All right. Voice talent count?
Oh, absolutely.
Royal Tenenbaum.
Gosh, that's the only one I had loaded. That's the only other one I had loaded. Oh, man. He is in Royal Tenenbaums.
Shouldn't have thought
He
about
talked about how casual that was, too.
Well, he's a narrator, right?
Yeah, he is a narrator, and he just read this thing that he didn't even know about. He didn't know
Wow.
about the film. He didn't know anything. They just sent him the stuff, and he read it a few times, had a few different recordings, and it took him all of like a half an hour, 3 hours, I'm not sure, a short amount of time, and he was he had no idea about the film and stuff.
You know,
like that.
his voice does have a very intimate fireside chat timbre to it in that movie.
Mm-hmm. All right.
But stop stalling, Levi.
Yeah, because I don't have another one is the big problem here. He doesn't do a lot of movies, does he?
Wow.
He's a movie actor.
Well, I mean, how can you just not think of 30 Rock automatically?
But 30 Rock doesn't have a movie yet.
Yeah.
6 seasons, but no movie.
I mean, that's not really a movie genre, you know, kind of space.
Yeah. There's one great movie, and he plays a doctor who kills people or does some shady stuff, and goes, "We are God.
Oh, yeah.
I don't play God. I am God."
Wow, I see it too.
But I don't know the.
It's not The Island of Dr. Moreau.
I don't know.
Yeah, I see what you're seeing too. But I don't know.
I have to concede.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Do you have another one?
Let me think. Wait, we've only said like 6 or 7.
We've only said 3 movies.
No, we've said at least 5 or 6.
Okay.
So Alec Baldwin. Okay, you're still mad?
No, I'm not mad at all. Okay, your thing.
All right, Alec Baldwin.
It's all on
man, hold
tape.
let me look at him.
Yeah, this is your bonus round.
No, he's been doing a lot of stuff, especially lately, right?
Yeah, but a lot
He's
of.
old.
I think he's in a lot of movies that we don't.
All right.
He
go
doesn't
for
play
it.
lead a lot. You know
Let's
what
just
I mean?
call this. the
Oh
day.
my gosh.
Yeah, automatically, right?
Well, there's 2 great movies that I can't believe we
You
missed.
already looked up? Well, go for it, man.
Okay, so we missed these great movies like Beetlejuice.
Yeah, but it's kind of old.
So what? Glengarry Glen Ross.
I've never seen it.
You've never seen Glengarry or Glen Ross?
Glengarry Glen Ross.
Uh,
Almost an alliterative title.
It's Complicated, which is the one that's like, what's the one Jack Nicholson was? As Good as It Gets. It's just like As Good as It Gets, like the vibe and all that.
It's complicated?
It's Complicated. Meryl Streep. Here's the other one that both of you guys should have got this. There's only one of him.
Speaking in the third person, both of you should have got
Yeah,
this.
exactly. The Edge.
Oh, yeah.
The
definitely.
Edge. We know that one well. the doctor one, Malice.
I feel like we should redo this.
I agree. We can save for
Just
later.
as a movie,
but here,
yeah,
one
just
more.
because-
That we should have gotten. It's embarrassing we didn't get. The Departed.
Absolutely.
Those are the only one I'm embarrassed about. I don't
Especially
really.
since it has Jack Nicholson in it.
Like he was in The Aviator. I'm not beating myself up about that. You know.
What
I mean?
else?
Yeah. Mercury Rising. With,
Oh, he was in Wayne's World?
Was he really?
Just kidding.
Oh. He was in Fun with Dick and Jane. Oh, he's the boss.
I
I
don't
think he was the
remember
inept boss or something. Along Came Polly, you don't remember. See, I'm not beating myself up about
Yeah,
this.
that's not too
Blue
bad.
Jasmine. I know he was in it because I heard him talk about it. But again, I'm
Wow.
not beating myself up. Wasn't there, not State Maine, what's the one where it's all about like New England culture?
Oh yeah. I think that was also a Cameron Crowe movie. No, it wasn't. It was the same as the other guy that did that thing. Something.
Orange County?
No.
Something County though, right?
It's like that. It's a place.
It's a place. Puget Sound.
Yeah, it's in that area.
Something like that. Yeah.
Well, isn't it right there?
No,
What are you looking at?
it's not here.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, it's like Orange County.
Outside
Puget Sound.
Providence.
Yes, very good.
Whoop, whoop.
All right, high five to that one. High five to that one.
All right. Well,
All right. Sorry for the bad. We might post that
know,
movie game because it's so bad.
if Alec
That was
Baldwin
so bad,
happens to be weirdly, verbally Googling his name,
He'll never find this
he'll never find this.
because I don't hashtag anything. Also,
What does that mean?
well, it doesn't trigger in my descriptions. It doesn't trigger.
Okay.
All right. Sorry for the bad movie game. We might post it out of posterity, but
Let it roll.
don't we have to go meet Josh?
No, we have to do the joke of the week.
Oh, joke of the week. I love this.
Joke of the month.
Month. Sorry, guys. We don't give you a joke a week. Okay. 3, 2, 1. What do we have to do?
Well, maybe we should talk about what the joke of the month is going to be. Do you know? Do you have one?
Joke of the month?
Yeah.
I got that getting married in-laws one.
In-laws.
Mm-hmm.
All right, go for it.
Well, I don't understand. It's not really a joke. It's a problem. It's more of
This
a
is really more of a comment.
more of a thought. Yeah, more of a comment. I don't understand why people would ever want to call their in-laws mom or dad because the minute you do, you're now married to your sister.
Sister-in-law.
I mean, technically, yes.
Oops.
Don't worry about them. Don't worry about them. We're not worried.
You're worried.
Kaika's causing a scene.
That's not really a joke.
That's
of the
not
month.
really a great joke.
The joke of the month has to be like a spoon-fed easy joke.
Spoon-fed, easy joke. I'm into that. Remember the joke of the month when I just read joke book jokes because I couldn't get a hold of you? That was, I think, episode 5. It was horrible. Let's see if we got anything spoon-fed. I like the mecha joke.
Oh, that's a good joke.
That's a good joke.
That's
All
not
right,
really, that's not
but
really
it's
a
a
spoon-fed
clean
joke, though. I told that to my brother, and he laughed out loud.
He laughed out loud.
Oh, it's
That's
weird.
really fantastic.
Things he laughs at is very peculiar.
Well, you can't trust that guy.
What?
Do we want to do clean? Because I got a.
No, hold on. There's one. I went on a safari today. I think I should have something.
I don't know. That's not. I don't think it's necessarily. I wouldn't hold you to that standard. Anytime you go on a safari, you should have a joke. What if your friend got eaten by a lion?
I would say you can't hide these lion eyes.
Ugh. Ugh.
You know what I'm saying?
Ugh. Alright, all the written jokes are buried. Alright, cool. Alright. A nice spoon-fed joke for you guys. We're having a hard time. What about our updated Take My Wife Please? Updated for the modern
Well,
time.
what's that?
Take my gender-neutral life partner. Please. I made you laugh out loud. I think that might work for the joke of the month.
All right.
The joke of
As long
the
as we
month.
include this entire conversation, except for the part about my brother being someone he can't trust.
We'll edit that out. We'll edit that thing that you guys didn't hear because I edited it out.
I mean, you could shoot that guy with one of those guns that you want to stick a thing into so you can climb up the wall, and he'd
Yeah.
be like, all right.
Yeah. How about this one? How many Amish does it take to change a light bulb?
0.
Yeah, I had none as the punchline.
Well,
So, I don't know. I can,
was that your joke?
Yeah.
No
but
kidding.
I'm sure it's universally out there. It's like
Huh.
when I was saying people are so proud of themselves for coming up with what was that? It was a joke that everyone has that thought and thinks it's original. I can't remember what it was though. Might be on tape. I don't know. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the joke of the month. Unless we want to do one more.
Joke of the month.
Do we want to do one? I wish I hadn't talked over that. Will you say it in that exact same inflection again?
Joke of the month.
Wow, that was a
If
good.
anyone's looking for voice talent,
That's you. Can we just give him the Mecca joke? I know there's a lot of jokes, so you're basically in a joke a week if you listen to our program.
I don't know. No, I'd rather not.
Please?
That's going to be on the list. That's on my personal
future
list.
ones?
Yeah.
Future ones? Okay.
Please.
We have a joke about Mecca, and you guys will hear it in some future episode. Thanks so much for listening.
We're not trying to offend
Oh, I
anyone.
think there's more show, though, so
Well, it's nice to be hanging out, man.
don't just turn your phone off.
Phone?
Yeah, they're listening on their phone, most likely.
Most likely.
Yeah. Is your mom listening on her phone?
No.
Marcy, please post in the comments.
She records it
what
onto
device. Yeah. And they transfer that onto phono.
So they can play it at the
Marcy, please post in the comments what device you use to listen to our podcast. Mom, if you would also post in the comments of this episode, what device, like, are you listening on your laptop or your phone? That would be nice. And then, Kanani, don't worry about it. You're off this week.
Blam, 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 blam,
So I'm going to start with some local jokes. And after that dies out, then we'll go to the real stuff. You guys are down with that? How many locals we got here tonight, man? A little bit?
Logo, yeah.
So, for example, do we have any Portuguese here? Portuguese? Anybody?
Portuguese.
No. That's the problem. Okay, so in Hawaii we like to, make fun of the Portuguese. The Portuguese, we call them, they're kind of like Polish jokes. But did you hear that they want to send the very first person to land on the sun? So, they don't want to get burned, so they're sending him at night.
Yeah. There you go.
Oh, ouch. Jeez. Okay, how about this one? Okay. I'm going to try a couple more, and then maybe we'll go into it. Anybody here Filipino? Filipinos in the house? Yeah, okay. What do you call a dark-skinned Filipino? Filipino noir.
My girlfriend's Filipino.
Oh, yeah, make it tell her, she might get there. What do you call a light-skinned Filipino? Sir.
That's funny, yeah.
All right, I'm gonna keep going. What do you call a collection of Filipino recipes? A book, cookbook. All right, I got a couple of them. All right, we got some.